Hi guys, I want to do a list of 5 things that I totally enjoyed about being in quarantine. Remember last time I did a list of 5 things that I totally hated about being in quarantine, so we gotta balance it, right? We have to balance the equation, guys. Nothing is ever just negative and nothing is ever just positive, so we gotta balance this up. One of the things I totally enjoyed about being in quarantine is the fact that I actually had time to catch up on my readings. And so I use an app called Audible. A lot of you guys use it as well. I recently started using it because I enjoy reading. However, recently I don't have as much time to actually sit down with a book, so I now prefer to listen to my books on Audible while I'm doing other things. But the thing is, like, I still had a bunch of books in my library, in my online library, that had been started but not finished, and also a few that just had not been started at all, even though I had purchased them. And so quarantine gave me the chance to actually finish up a few of those. So I had one book which was midway through and another book which I started while in quarantine and then completed. So basically 1.5 books was done during quarantine. So I'm really happy about that because it kind of kicked me off on the right foot. I like to begin my year with some motivational and inspirational reading to set me off on the right path. Number 2, I caught up on some Netflix shows because what else can you do, right? What else can you do? A friend of mine recommended this good show that I hadn't heard about before. It's called The Designated Survivor. It's really intense. It's American politics. Let me not ruin it for you guys. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, I'm still kind of watching it. I didn't just binge the entire show, so I'm still on season 1 actually, but I found it to be a really great source of entertainment. So yeah, I was catching up on some shows. I also watched a little bit of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 6. And yeah, so that was my main source of entertainment. And then thirdly, catching up on sleep. So, with travel and especially these long flights that we're often on, it comes with a lot of just stress and physical fatigue. If you guys watched my video on the re-entry process, coming back to Japan, you will know that it was really, really bothersome and tiresome. And so the first 2 days of quarantine, I really just pretty much slept majority of the time, okay? I slept the majority of the time and I didn't even feel bad about it. I was tired, I was exhausted with all of the logistics that I had to prepare for just this trip. So yeah, I caught up on sleep, and even though my actual sleep schedule is not at the right track right now, I have enough sleep. I'm just not sleeping at the right time, but I think I have enough sleep. So sleeping at the right time is a problem for another day, all right? So let's not even get into that right now. And then, okay, cool. The 4th thing that I totally enjoyed about being in quarantine is that it gave me a chance to catch up with some old friends that I hadn't had the chance to, when I was in school or when I was on holiday, because I'm always on the move like that. But there are certain people that I guess I had been meaning to call or meaning to text, but since I had all the time in the world during quarantine, it actually gave me the opportunity to just dial their numbers and say, hey, let's have a chit chat. I was talking to people that I haven't spoken to for like 2 years or 3 years. So yeah, that was really nice, and we managed to catch up and figure out where we all are with life, and even made some plans to meet up post-COVID. And so I think that was a really nice chance for me to take, not only friends, but also with family that I wasn't able to see, or I haven't been able to see for a long time. It just gave me a nice opportunity to just check in with certain people, you know what I mean? So I don't think that without quarantine I would have been able to make those advances. And last but not least, honey, is that quarantine allowed me to tap into my creative side as well. and start a YouTube channel, which is a creative project for me. It's a fun outlet, it's a fun platform for me to be on. And yeah, I think that, you know, I've said this before, that I had been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but I definitely feel like being in quarantine was the trigger that I needed, that little push, you know, that I needed to just take the plunge and believe in myself and just go for it. And so I'm happy about that, you know, I'm happy about that, because now I can document like fun things and not so fun things about my life in general, and put it on here for you guys to either enjoy, consume, and learn from. So yeah, those are my 5 things that I enjoyed about being in quarantine. And as usual, if you haven't done so yet, please do like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. And if you do have suggestions of videos that you would like to see, now that your girl is gonna be out in the streets, please do comment down below as well. I'll be happy to interact with each and every one of you. So otherwise, I'll see you later. Keep safe. Bye.